Gyanvapi case. Court allows Hindus to offer puja. Puja allowed in sealed mosque basement. Puja to begin at Gyanvapi next week. Lead petitioners joined Shiv Aroor live on 5 Live.
And the petitioners for whom this is a big victory, a foot in the door perhaps, permission and a verdict by the Varanasi District Court for the first time allowing Hindu puja to be conducted in the mosque basement at the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. They will be joining me live, but right after the headlines. Big buzz over whether Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren is to be arrested very shortly. FIR slapped against ED officials probing him under the SC/SC Act. Sources say Soren's wife Kalpana likely to take charge if he gets arrested. Congress and Trinamool slug it out in the open. Congress blames Mamata for Rahuls' motorcade being stoned at the Bihar-Bengal border. Mamata refutes claims BJP Nitish hand. Prime Minister Modi warns opposition against any disruptions during the Parliament budget session that kicked off today, urges opposition to introspect and stop cheerharan of democracy.
जो आदतन लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों का चीरहरण करते हैं, ऐसे सभी माननीय सांसद आज जब आखिरी सत्र में मिल रहे हैं तब जरूर आत्मनिरीक्षण करेंगे कि 10 साल में उन्होंने जो किया किसी को याद नहीं होगा.
Chandigarh mayor poll showdown escalates. Aam Aadmi Party Congress staged massive protest in Chandigarh after the defeat. High Court asked civic poll body to reply to the Aam Aadmi Party's plea seeking cancellation of polls over alleged vote tampering. The Aam Aadmi Party plans big protests in Delhi and Punjab on the 2nd of February. 5th Enforcement Directorate summons to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal over Delhi Liquorgate probe between February 2nd and 3rd. Kejriwal has already ducked the first 4 summons. It's a major win for the Hindu side in the disputed Gyanvapi case in Kashi, Uttar Pradesh. The Vyas Ka Tekhana is the sealed area with 10 cellars in the Gyanvapi Mosque complex in Varanasi. It happens to be the basement of the disputed structure. By the 7th of February, local administration, guided by the court, will make arrangements for Hindu devotees to conduct their first puja at these cellars that have been sealed for decades now. For the Hindu petitioners, this is the first big victory in a long-standing fight for what they believe was an ancient temple that existed once before the Gyanvapi Mosque. Take a look. Hindus can perform pujas at 10 sealed cellars in a week's time at the Gyanvapi Mosque in Varanasi. Local administration will be responsible for security and to maintain law and order at the site. The petitioners were overjoyed by the Varanasi District Court's Wednesday order.
जो व्यास परिवार का तहखाना था उसमें नवंबर 1993 तक पूजा हो रही थी. उस पूजा को एक राज्य सरकार ने अपनी पावर का दुरुपयोग करते हुए उस पूजा पाठ को रोक दिया था. आज डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट वाराणसी ने यह आदेश पारित किया कि वहां पे नियमित पूजा पाठ स्टार्ट हो. काशी विश्वनाथ ट्रस्ट उसकी पूजा पाठ करे और डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट वाराणसी को कहा है कि आयरन फेंसिंग में अप्रोप्रिएट अरेंजमेंट्स करके वहां पे पूजा पाठ शुरू की जाए.
The Allahabad High Court also issued notice to the Anjuman Intizamiya Mosque Committee and sought its response to a plea filed by the Hindu side seeking an archaeological survey of the Vazukhana region within the Gyanvapi Mosque premises in Varanasi.
हम लोग को 7 दिन के अंदर अंदर हम लोग पूरा व्यवस्था जिलाधिकारी से मिलकर पूरा व्यवस्था कर लेंगे हम लोग, और हम लोग जल्द से जल्द वहाँ पूजा करने के लिए सोच रहे हैं। 30 साल बाद ये जीत आई है। 30 साल 93 का बंद था पूजा पाठ, और अब आया है जाके, क्योंकि व्यास जी के तहखाना में तो सब कुछ मिला है।
आज न्यायालय ने स्पष्ट आदेश कर दिया कि रिसीवर जिलाधिकारी और काशी विश्वनाथ ट्रस्ट और वादी मिल करके इसको पुजारी नियुक्त करके पूजा प्रारंभ करेंगे। 7 दिन के अंदर वो पट्टी का लोहे का हटा करके अब पूजा प्रारंभ कराएंगे। ये बहुत बड़ी सफलता मान करके चलिए, और ये न्याय की जीत है, सत्य की जीत है।
The Vazukhana is at the center of this dispute as the Hindu side claims it to be a Shivling. The Archaeological Survey of India has already conducted a comprehensive scientific survey of the Gyanvapi complex and submitted its report to a Varanasi district court, asserting that an ancient Hindu temple existed at the site before the construction of the existing Gyanvapi Mosque structure.
There is a long way to go till the final judgment will be delivered by the honorable courts. As far as today's judgment is concerned, the Muslim side will definitely go to the higher courts against this judgment, and we are confident that justice will be done with the Muslims also.
With Samad Srivastav in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, Bureau Report, India Today. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityan had earlier reacted to the Gyanvapi Archaeological Survey of India survey report, calling the findings of Hindu relics inside the mosque historic. He further added that Hindu culture and tradition is older than history and people should be proud of it. Here's what the UP Chief Minister had said.
काशी विश्वनाथ धाम में, ज्ञानवापी में ये साई की रिपोर्ट सामने आ रही है। ये साई की रिपोर्ट क्या बताती है? बहुत कुछ आपके सामने उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करता है। हम राम पर इसलिए क्योंकि राम हमारे पूर्वज थे, कृष्ण हमारे पूर्वज हैं। ये केवल हमारी आस्था नहीं, हमारी विरासत भी है, और हम उस परंपरा पर गौरव की अनुभूति करते हैं।
Okay, let's break down what the court actually said, what the Varanasi District Court has actually said. They've basically said, and I'll break this down into 5 points. Number 1, the Hindu side can perform puja in the mosque basement. There are basically 12 cellars there, and the puja can happen there from, it can start immediately. The puja, we understand, will begin within 7 days. Now, this petition was put forward by a group of women petitioners who had sought the right to pray at the mosque. The puja has been allowed in the Vyas Ka Tekhana part of the mosque. Prayers will be offered to Hindu idols in the mosque basement. The Kashi Vishwanath Trust will be appointing a priest for the puja. Barricades in the mosque basement to be removed within the next 7 days. The court says proof of generations of puja in the mosque complex, which stopped in 1993. The court also says Hindus offered puja till December 1993 in the complex. Hindu idols are already there in the mosque basement. So, a comprehensive judgment by the Varanasi District Court. I want to bring in India Today's Samad Srivastav, who's been tracking the Gyanvapi case very, very closely. He joins me live from Varanasi. Samad, a big win for the Hindu side. Of course, the case is not over, but this is in many ways the first big victory for the Hindu side from the courts, at least. And it comes in the wake of the Archaeological Survey of India and what they had said. So in 7 days from now that puja will start, what are you hearing about the arrangements?
See, Shiv, this is what Hindu side is also claiming, that the ASI report played the major role in this particular verdict. Came from the district court of Varanasi, where it is said that the southern cellar, that means the Tekhana of Vyas Ji, where the puja was performed before 1993, will again restore. The puja process will restore again, and the district magistrate of Varanasi has been ordered to make the arrangements within the 7 days. Arrangements, why? Because the Nandi which is placed in the Kashi Vishwanath temple is located just towards the Vazu Khana, and that particular southern cellar comes in between the Vazu Khana and that particular Nandi, and it is being said that the southern cellar was the spot of prayers for the Hindu devotees out there, the Vyas ji whose generations prayed even during the British rule, but that was stopped during the 1993 when that Babri demolition happened in Ayodhya. The state government ordered the removal of all those things, and barricade was formed around that particular Gyanvapi complex. But now currently the order has been given where the puja process will yet again initiate. Though the Muslim side is claiming that they will move against this particular order at the High Court, so it's going to be worth seeing how High Court reacts to this particular order, because this is the order from the District Court of Varanasi, and if Muslim side would reach out to the High Court, then there could be something like stay or the order date or the discussion. So these proceedings may take more time. But if you see about this, if you talk about this particular order from the District Court, yes, 7 days time has been given to the district administration. They have to make the barricading clear, at least from that particular area, for the entry of the devotees. Yes.
Okay, thanks Samad for getting us that update. And remember, the court says the last time that puja was conducted on the premises was in 1993, December 93. So it's after a 30-year gap that puja will be conducted once again on the Gyanvapi premises. India Today's Gaurav Sawant a few days ago had spoken to historian Vikram Sampath, who has a new book about the Gyanvapi's history coming out very, very soon. It's called Waiting for Shiva, Unearthing the Truth of Kashi's Gyanvapi. Here's what he had said just before today's verdict.
Will Nandiji's long wait finally be over now?
Hello Gaurav, I think it's a momentous day, and coming 2 days exactly after Ram Lalla found his rightful place, I think it's now Kashi Vishwanath's chance, and as you said, Nandi finding his master. In fact, my next book, which is to come out in a month from now, is called exactly that, Waiting for Shiva, Unearthing the Truth of Kashi's Gyanvapi. I think the ASI survey report, which is going to be made public today, will add a new dimension to the already known factors related to the history of this case. The fact that it was always a temple, it did not need an ASI survey to tell you that. Any visitor who went there, who saw the western walls, the ruins which Aurangzeb had left in 1669, it was left as it is with artifacts of a temple only to humiliate and insult the Hindus, so that every day the devout Hindus would see there that their most sacred space was demolished and 3 domes were just put on it, superimposed, illegally taken over and converted into a mosque. But then the history of Kashi Vishwanath is also a history of resilience, where Hindus never gave up on the site. We always kept building, rebuilding new shrines closer and closer to the original space that was demolished first in 1194 by Qutubuddin Aibak. Since then to Aurangzeb and thereafter, we never gave up. And so now is a time to probably, as India rises civilizationally, Bharat reclaims Kashi Vishwanath next as the major epicenter of our civilizational heritage.
Now, like I said, the litigants for whom today is a victory is a group of Hindu women in the Gyanvapi case who've now also approached the Supreme Court. They want the Archaeological Survey of India to conduct a survey of the shivling-like structure in the Vazu Khana. That has become in many ways a manifestation of this entire dispute. It's become the centerpiece of the claim versus counterclaim between temple and mosque. Take a look at what we know so far about what the women litigants have gone to the Supreme Court for.
Impressive iconography, damaged status of Lord Ganesha and Hanuman, the foundation of a shivling and a shivling without its base.
खुदाई भी नहीं हुई, बिना खुदाई किए जब मिट्टी हटाई गई तो वहां पे मूर्तियां मिल रही हैं। जो वेस्टर्न वॉल है, एएसआई को मैं कहता हूं 1 मिनट के लिए अलग कर दीजिए। जो वेस्टर्न वॉल है, क्या कोई भी आदमी कह सकता है कि ये मस्जिद का एक निर्माण है? जो वहां पे मूर्तियां मिली हैं हिंदू देवी देवताओं की, विष्णु भगवान की शिवलिंग मिला है, हनुमान जी की मूर्तियां मिली हैं, क्या कोई कह सकता है कि मस्जिद में उपयोग होती हैं? जो वहां खंबे हैं वो खंबे जो है वो साफ साफ कह रहे हैं हिंदू मंदिर के खंबे हैं। कोई भी आदमी नंगी निगाहों से देख के नहीं कह सकता है कि एक मस्जिद का निर्माण है।
शिव मंदिर था, आज भी शिवलिंग है, मंदिर के अवशेष है। शिवलिंग की हर रोज पूजा होनी चाहिए और अयोध्या की भांति भव्य मंदिर होना चाहिए।
Following the release of Archaeological Survey of India report on Gyanvapi, the Hindu side has taken the matter to the Supreme Court. The plaintiffs have filed an application urging the desealing of the Vazukhana area within Gyanvapi, seeking permission for the ASI to conduct a thorough survey of the Vazukhana, preserving the shivling believed to be inside. The Vazukhana of Gyanvapi was sealed in 2022 under a Supreme Court directive. The plea emphasizes that the ASI should survey the entire sealed area using excavation and scientific methods. Earlier, ASI report also revealed the intricate history of the Indian subcontinent's multilingual and multicultural heritage, uncovering inscriptions spanning from the 12th to the 17th centuries.
ज्ञानवापी में ये साई की रिपोर्ट सामने आ रही है। ये साई की रिपोर्ट क्या बताती है? बहुत कुछ आपके सामने उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करता है। हम राम पर इसलिए क्योंकि राम हमारे पूर्वज थे, कृष्ण हमारे पूर्वज हैं। ये केवल हमारी आस्था नहीं, हमारी विरासत भी है और हम उस परंपरा पर गौरव की अनुभूति करते हैं।
A Telugu inscription in Tamil, Sanskrit, and in Kannada. These inscriptions tell a tale of diverse cultural merging, debunking notions of a north-south divide in the great Indian civilization. Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining me first and exclusive live here in the wake of this big verdict is Vishnu Shankar Jain, lawyer, the legal face of the fight by the Hindu side in the Gyanvapi case. Vishnu Shankar Jain, welcome. First of all, I must congratulate you because today's verdict is a victory for you. I've seen your tweet just a moment ago saying District Court Varanasi has created history today. Explain to us, explain to our viewers, Vishnu Shankar Jain, why today is history and what exactly has the court permitted?
See, let me tell you that there's a very important fact of this case and very, very important feature. The important feature is right now what you are showing on your channel. The lawyer who was walking there, just beneath him, there is a Tekhana of Vyas Parivar. In that Tekhana of Vyas Parivar, till November 1993, puja, worship, bhog, archana, everything was happening. It is only in November 1993 a state government, without passing any written orders, and I'm saying it with lot of sense of authority on your channel, without passing any written order, stopped the worship of Vyas Parivar Tekhana and dispossessed them from this cellar. In this cellar, which is right opposite this Nandi, which you are just showing on your channel, right opposite Nandi Bhagwan, there is a Tekhana of Vyas Parivar. In that cellar of Vyas Parivar, puja was happening in violation of Section 3 of the Places of Worship Act, because let me tell you, dates are very important. Places of Worship Act has been enacted in July 1991. In violation of Section 3 of Places of Worship Act, in November 1993, the puja of Hindu side was stopped. So we approached the Honorable District Court of Varanasi asking for restoration of our right to puja. Today, after hearing both the sides, the District Court Varanasi has directed the District Magistrate Varanasi to start puja and archana within 7 days after making appropriate arrangements with the iron fencing, and this puja has to be carried out by the Kashi Vishwanath Trust. Everything has to be complied with within 7 days from passing of this order.
Which means, Vishnu Shankar Jain, that for 30 years, you're saying November 1993 onwards, the puja here could not happen anymore, which basically means that when the puja resumes 7 days from now, it will be after a gap of 30 years. What has happened in the interim 30 years?
In the interim 30 years, this Tekhana was lying vacant. The Anjuman Intizamiya was trying to capture this Tekhana and take illegal possession of this Tekhana. We had approached the Honorable Court the Honorable District Court of Varanasi on 17th of January 2024 appointed the district magistrate as receiver of this Tekhana so that Anjuman Intizamiya can't take illegal possession of this Tekhana, the seller. And today the Honorable District Court of Varanasi on 31st of January 2024 has directed for continuous puja and worship which used to happen in the past till November 1993.
So tell us about the arrangements that will take place now, Vishnuji. 7 days from now, the women petitioners, it's a victory for them. 7 days is a very short time, but are there, will idols have to be placed inside the basement? What all will be taken inside the basement now?
See, inside the basement, already idols were there. During the ASI survey, many idols were found from this cellar. You have asked a very relevant question. From this very cellar, many idols of Hindu deities were found. Now, it could have been destroyed during the ASI proceedings. So we moved an application before the District Court of Varanasi and we asked that these deities which are found in this cellar must be handed over to the District Magistrate Varanasi. The court directed that all the deities, Hindu deities which are found in the cellar must be handed over to the District Magistrate Varanasi. So all the idols which are found in the cellar are in the safe custody of the local administration. So those idols which were found from this Tekhana will only be put back and from there the worship will start.
My next question to you, Vishnuji, is apart from the litigants, who else can go and worship there? Who decides on that? Once it is open, the fencing is put, the barricades are removed. Is it only a limited number of people? Is it only the litigants who can go and worship there? Or can anyone go and worship there?
No, anyone can go and worship. The devotees can go and worship. Like the Kashi Vishwanath Trust is doing puja and arti of Lord Adi Visheshwar Vishwanath Temple. So everyone goes and offers worship there. In the same manner, when Kashi Vishwanath Trust will start puja archana in this cellar, everyone, all the devotees will also go, the petitioners will also go, the plaintiffs will also go. It's for the benefit of the entire community.
Just one clarification, Vishnuji. Up until November 1993, there was President's rule in UP. December 1993 is when Mulayam Singh Yadav took over as the Chief Minister. Was it under Mulayam's rule that this took place, this dispossession?
Yes. This dispossession has happened under the government of Mulayam Singh Yadav. It is only after November 1993, this barricading which you are just showing, this barricading was put without any written order. Written order. No written order is there on the file till date. This barricading was put and we were dispossessed from this property.
What kind of response? I know this is a court verdict. Ultimately it's a court verdict, and this is a, like you have rightly said all along, it's a peaceful legal dispute that is being fought through the country's courts. What kind of reaction are you expecting from the Muslim side, Vishnuji, on this?
They have the right to approach the higher courts. They have given a statement today that they will approach the higher courts. We will also welcome them before the High Court and the Supreme Court. Our case is very strong. We will put forward our point before the higher courts, before the High Court and the Supreme Court. But as of now, I feel that this case, which has been filed by Vyas Parivar, is very strong case on facts, on merits, and therefore the Honorable District Court, keeping in view the entire scenario of this case, has passed this current order.
Vishnuji, the litigants have also gone to the Supreme Court as a view on the issue of the Vazukhana. That has become very representative of where things are. The claim versus counterclaim over this being a shivling structure rather than a fountain, which is claimed by the Muslim side. Where are things at? And my part B question to that would be, after the Archaeological Survey of India's report has come out in public, hasn't that made all such claims much stronger? That's perhaps why you're seeing these judgments now.
No, you are absolutely right. After the report of Archaeological Survey of India, the actual factual position of the spot is very, very clear. Let me tell you, the ASI has done survey of 80% of this disputed area. 20% of survey is still yet to be left. And let me elaborate what is left in the ASI survey. In this disputed structure, there are in total 10 cellars. Out of 10 cellars, 5 cellars are there on the northern side, 5 cellars are there on the southern side. Out of this 10 cellars, only 2 cellars are open as of now. One cellar is of the Vyas Parivar, the other cellar is with Mr. Ejaz, who is the caretaker of Masjid Committee. 8 cellars are filled with artificial wall. So we have gone to the Supreme Court for opening of those 8 cellars, because when ASI was carried out, the mandate given by the Supreme Court for carrying the ASI survey was very restricted, and the structure could not be, you can say, any invasive work could not have been done in the ASI survey. That was the restriction put by the Honorable Supreme Court. So we have narrated that for doing further excavation and survey, a mandate from the Supreme Court is required. Point number 1. Point number 2, in the Wazoo tank area, which you are just showing on your screen, that Wazoo tank area, the Allahabad High Court had passed an order for ASI survey on 12th of May 2023. The Anjuman Intizamiya, who says that this is a fountain, went to the Supreme Court and got a stay of the survey. The Honorable Supreme Court stayed the survey of the sealed area on 19th of May 2023. So we have filed an application before the Supreme Court for vacation of the stay order, and we have also asked that in this sealed area, so that the ASI can study the features very prominently, the artificial walls which are there in this sealed area, the ASI must be permitted to remove those artificial walls, and without damaging the Shivlingam, an investigation must be carried out. Let me also tell you that this so-called fountain is not of any religious importance to the masjid side. And this is, as you are showing on your channel, it is on the outer courtyard, apart from the 3 domes. So when this exercise is carried out by the ASI, it will not cause any damage to the structure. So this area, which is a bone of contention for both the parties, because one side is saying it's a Shivlingam, the other party is saying it's a fountain, it can only be decided by an expert opinion and by an expert body like ASI. Therefore, this survey is required. We have moved our application before the Supreme Court, and we are hopeful that in times to come, in some time, that matter will be heard by the Supreme Court.
Okay, because the Archaeological Survey of India report that has come out of, the other sections of this complex, Vishnuji, like you said, basically confirm and validate what you and your side have been saying all along. Now, I don't want to second guess what the courts will say in the future, but assuming that the end game to this entire legal dispute is completely in your favor, and I'm asking this out of curiosity just to understand the procedure that goes forward. What will happen to that mosque structure? What will happen to it?
Can you repeat your question a little bit?
Yeah, Vishnuji, I'm asking if the end of this legal dispute is completely in your favor, based at least from what we know from the ASI's survey, etc. What happens to that mosque structure then?
It will be removed by the orders of the court. And it will be, the title of this property will be vested with Lord Adi Visheshwar, Swambhu Deity Virajman, and then a Bhavya Mandir will be constructed there.
Do you foresee any communal tensions or problems? Yes, this is a legal dispute. Everything is being pursued, purely on a legal basis here. I'm asking purely as a citizen, sir, do you foresee any trouble going forward in this area? Because, we have seen vested interests trying to fan up tensions.
No, see, we have been very, very careful with the statements which we are giving on your channel and on other channels. All my statements have been within the purview of law. I am the authorized person to speak on behalf of my plaintiffs as representing them in the court. So our statements are very, very clear. So I don't think that, keeping in mind the state government which is functioning in the state of UP and the central government which is there, I don't think that both the governments are very powerful to maintain law and order. It's the duty of the state government to maintain law and order. So I don't think that these situations will arise. Everything is happening peacefully in a democratic manner through courts of law, and everyone should participate in the proceeding which is happening before the court of law.
You would no doubt have heard recently, Vishnuji, that Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of UP, had said that, this is an opportunity for the masjid side to correct a historical wrong. This was in the wake of what the Archaeological Survey of India report had said. what do you think about that? The possibility that this is an opportunity for it not to be stretched like Ayodhya was into a long dispute, but for the possibility of some kind of interim, non-legal reconciliation where it can simply be settled out of court.
Yeah, definitely our offer is very, very clear. And the offer is, which I'm saying on your channel, that I'll say to the Masjid committee also, that it's time for them that they take a decent exit from this property in question, because the law case is going on. They also know that what is the fact of the case. They also know the western wall which you are showing on your channel is not constructed by Aurangzeb. They also know that this western wall is ruins of a Hindu temple. Everything is known by them. So जिद ना करें और यहाँ को छोड़ दें, इस एरिया को छोड़ दें, decent exit ले लें. That will be the best option for them. Otherwise, we'll win it through the courts of law.
Okay, and one final question, Vishnuji, which is that you have often been quoted as saying that, Gyanvapi is not the only thing that takes up your time. There are several other structures, several other, masjids around the country where you will be filing cases. A figure of 40,000 has been attributed to you as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that? That sounds like a national kind of exercise you're undertaking.
See, it's a national exercise. There's no doubt about it, and I'm not shying away from my comment. Yes, I've said that wherever we find evidence, and I'm clarifying my statement, wherever we find evidence that a temple has been destroyed and mosque has been built over it, we will file lawsuits for restoration and reclamation of those places. As of now, my case is going on for Mathura Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi, Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Tile Wali Masjid, and Bhojshala in Madhya Pradesh, and many more cases we are going to file in the near future for restoration of our rich cultural heritage.
Okay, Vishnu Shankar Jain, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for taking our questions here on 5 Live. We will be tracking this case very, very closely. That was Vishnu Shankar Jain, the lead lawyer in the Gyanvapi case, taking our questions. The fight, the case, the dispute is most certainly not over, and we will continue to track it. All of it is happening only through the courts, and we'll bring you each update as and when it happens. We're taking a very quick break here on 5 Live. On the other side, the India alliance is splintering with each passing day. The latest manifestation of it, the bitter Congress-Trinamool fight that has escalated right after Rahul Gandhi entered Mamata's Bengal. That's next.
Before war for 2024, Modi's budget ahead of battle. Biggest voices, sharpest graphics, blazing fast explainers and analysis. The Modinomics 2024, 1st February, 7 AM onwards.
हम तो नाम भी कह रहे थे कुछ दूसरा उन लोगों को, अब वो अपना कर दिया था। हम तो बोल दिए थे कि नाम ठीक नहीं है, तो अपना कर दिया, तो हम कहे ठीक है। अब बाद में हालत देख न लिए, हम तो कितना कोशिश कर रहे थे, एक काम करवे नहीं किया, एक काम नहीं कर रहा था। आज तक तय किया कि कौन पार्टी कितना लड़ेगी, कुछ नहीं। हम तो फिर छोड़ दिए कि भाई छोड़ो भाई, और छोड़ करके हम अपना आ गए। तो जिनके साथ हम पहले से थे उनके साथ आ गए, अब सब दिन हम इधरे रहेंगे। और हम आप सोच लीजिए, खाली बिहार के विकास के काम में लगे रहते, लगे रहेंगे।
सपा, बसपा, कांग्रेस या एक साथ लड़ें, चाहे अलग अलग लड़ें, उत्तर प्रदेश की 80 की 80 लोकसभा सीटों पर भाजपा गठबंधन की जीत तय है। जनता ने फैसला कर लिया है। एक नारा बहुत दिन से मैं लगाता रहा हूं कि 100% वोटों में से 60% वोट हमारा है, 40% वोटों में बंटवारा है, बंटवारे में भी हमारा है। तीसरी बार प्रचंड बहुमत की मोदी सरकार बनाने के लिए जनता तैयार बैठी है।
गठबंधन हमारे तरफ से तो जैसे मैं स्पष्ट करना चाहूं कि कांग्रेस हर कीमत पर इस गठबंधन को सफल बनाने के लिए पूरा सहकार्य सहयोग कर रहा है और आगे भी करेगा।
समाजवादी पार्टी की तरफ से इस तरीके का,
लेकिन सामने से अगर कुछ हिडन एजेंडा अगर क्लियर दिखता है कि अगर कोई हिडन एजेंडा इस प्रकार से हो और उसको लेकर अगर समाजवादी पार्टी कार्य कर रही है तो जो भी लोग कांग्रेस की ओर या इंडिया गठबंधन की ओर काफ़ी आशा और उम्मीद से देख रहे हैं, कांग्रेस उसमें एक जिम्मेदार राष्ट्रीय पार्टी की हैसियत से निश्चित रूप से इस चीज़ को नहीं होने देगी। क्योंकि देखिए ऐसा है कि जरूरी नहीं है कि यहाँ पर अन्य पूरे ऑप्शन नहीं हैं, बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं, कांग्रेस के साथ सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार है।
हम तो नाम भी कह रहे थे कुछ दूसरा उन लोगों को, अब वो अपना कर दिया था। हम तो बोल दिए थे कि नाम ठीक नहीं है तो अपना कर दिया, तो हम कहे ठीक है। अब बाद में हालत देख न लिए, हम तो कितना कोशिश कर रहे थे, एक काम करवे नहीं किया, एक काम नहीं कर रहा था। आज तक तय किया कि कौन पार्टी कितना लड़ेगी कुछ नहीं, हम तो फिर छोड़ दिए कि भाई छोड़ो भाई, और छोड़ करके हम अपना आ गए। तो जिनके साथ हम पहले से थे उनके साथ आ गए, अब सब दिन हम इधरे रहेंगे। और हम आप सोच लीजिए, खाली बिहार के विकास के काम में लगे रहते, लगे रहेंगे।
सपा, बसपा, कांग्रेस या एक साथ लड़ें चाहे अलग अलग लड़ें, उत्तर प्रदेश की 80 की 80 लोकसभा सीटों पर भाजपा गठबंधन की जीत तय है। जनता ने फैसला कर लिया है। एक नारा बहुत दिन से मैं लगाता रहा हूं कि 100% वोटों में से 60% वोट हमारा है, 40% वोटों में बंटवारा है, बंटवारे में भी हमारा है। तीसरी बार प्रचंड बहुमत की मोदी सरकार बनाने के लिए जनता तैयार बैठी है।
Armed with facts, she takes the news by its horns.
You think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
The opposition India alliance, unfortunately, is splintering with each passing day. There's nothing but bad news for an opposition alliance that is seeking to depose Modi in 2024. Whether it is the exit of Nitish Kumar, whether it is the Rahul versus Mamata fight that is escalating in Bengal, whether it is Akhilesh Yadav miffed with delays in seat-sharing talks with the Congress going ahead and announcing his own list, or whether it is reservations being expressed by others within the alliance and the contradictions within the alliance, it is an unending stint of bad news for this much-wanted India alliance that was formed less than a year ago. It was formed in July 2023. It hasn't even been a year, and already things are not looking good. With just 2 months left for the big election that this entire coalition had actually been formed for, does it really have the time to keep things together, get back on track, become battle ready and mount a credible fight against Modi's BJP? Let me just take you through just how bad things are, and it's one after the other. This implosion is happening in real time and very much on camera. From Bengal to Bihar to Uttar Pradesh, there's no end to the bickering within the opposition. Let's start first with the Trinamool versus Congress war that's escalating and turned violent in Bengal. The latest flashpoint is an attack using stones on Rahul Gandhi's car as his Nyaya Yatra re-entered Bengal. Congress alleges that the car was pelted with stones in Bengal and it was negligence by the police in Bengal that resulted in this security breach. The Congress has blamed complete mismanagement by Mamata's authorities, adding that the Yatra won't stop and that Congress will not bow down. The Trinamool, on the other hand, says that the attack on Rahul's car took place in Bihar, not in Bengal, and therefore it is Nitish and his new friends, the BJP, who are to blame. Both Mamata and Rahul, very interestingly, viewer, are holding road shows in the same district of West Bengal today, that is Malda. Mamata Banerjee has declared she is the only one who can defeat the BJP in the state, and this comes in the wake of a shocking and bitter divorce from the Congress party.
I was sitting beside Rahul Gandhi in the same car Rahul Gandhi was traveling. So I do not have even an iota of idea of how, where the security has been breached. Because virtually there is no security existent from the side of the government, state government. Certainly unfortunate. Even in Manipur it was unfortunate. Even in Assam it was unfortunate. Here also it is unfortunate. That is incumbent upon the state government to provide security to the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Accordingly, our leader also should have been given proper security cover.
And like I told you, with things escalating in Bengal, the Bengal Chief Minister has reacted to the allegations that her security forces had failed to do their job, resulting in an attack on Rahul Gandhi's vehicle. Mamata says it happened in Bihar, not in Bengal. I was told Rahul's car has been pelted with stones. I inquired about the incident. I don't like such things. It was happening in Katihar in Bihar and not in Bengal, says Mamata Banerjee, and she's pointed a finger at Nitish Kumar and the BJP, into whose arms the Bihar Chief Minister has just recently run.
যে কংগ্রেসের একজন নেতা, রাহুলের নামটাই আমি বলে দিই, আমার থেকে ছোট, ওর গাড়িতে নাকি কে কাঁচ মেরেছে। পরে আমি খোঁজ নিলাম, কারণ আমরা তো সব পছন্দ করি না, আমরা করিও না। এসব করে ফর নাথিং নাটক করে কি লাভ? পরে খোঁজ নিয়ে দেখলাম বাংলায় নয়, ওটা কাটিহারে কিষানগঞ্জে হয়েছে। গ্লাস ভাঙা অবস্থায় ওরা বাংলায় ঢুকেছে। কিন্তু আমি ঘটনার নিন্দা করি, কারো উপর আক্রমণ হলেই আমি নিন্দা করি। বিহারে সবে বিজেপি সিপিএম বিজেপি আর নীতিশ এক হয়েছে, ওদের রাগ থাকতেই পারে।
I want to go across to India today is Indrajit Kundu joining us live from Malda in West Bengal, where road shows by both Mamata and Rahul Gandhi have taken place or are about to take place. Things are escalating, things are bitter, Indro, with allegations that, Rahul Gandhi's car was attacked in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, however, has defended and said, no, it happened in Bihar. What's going on? Do we know more about it?
Well, that's right, Shiv. I was in that cavalcade. The incident took place at the Bengal-Bihar border. And, further investigation is required. The Congress party is also speaking in two voices. The Bengal Congress, initially, Pradesh Congress president went all guns blazing, saying that there is no security in West Bengal. And that's the reason why something of that sort has happened. On the other hand, we heard Supriya Shinate, tweeting out saying that there is a lot of misinformation being spread. The incident took place in Bihar. The Congress, the AICC actually accepted that. So the Trinamool Congress went ahead blaming the Congress for defaming West Bengal, and then you heard Mamata Banerjee. In this entire scenario, Rahul Gandhi has made his way into Malda town. This is the third leg of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra in West Bengal. Behind me, of course, he's been greeted by a massive crowd in Malda town, and we've been witnessing that wherever he has been over the past few days in West Bengal, especially in Malda and Murshidabad, is very, very key, Shiv, because these are the two districts which actually used to be the stronghold of the Congress party in North Bengal, and these are the two districts in which the Congress party does have two MPs right now in the Lok Sabha. One from Murshidabad, Baharampur, Adityan Chaudhary, the Pradesh Congress president, and one in Malda. So therefore, Rahul Gandhi, of course, giving extra effort, extra energy in Malda and Murshidabad. This was not in the original plan, mind you, Shiv, but this was added later on. So Rahul Gandhi once again entering Bengal, given the kind of stalemate, the kind of, in a sense, ego tussle that we see between the Congress and the Trinamool Congress top brass as far as the India alliance is concerned.
Okay, Indro, thanks very much for that. Now, moving from Bengal to another big fight in the India alliance is over seat sharing in the politically massive state of Uttar Pradesh. On Tuesday, the Samajwadi Party openly declared candidates for 16 Lok Sabha seats, even while seat sharing talks are currently on with the Congress. The list included Dimple Yadav from the family bastion of Mainpuri. The Congress has now hit out at the Samajwadi Party, saying that the SP has broken the dharma of coalition by declaring candidates unilaterally without any consensus. Remember, the Samajwadi Party is offering 11 seats to the Congress in UP. The Congress is yet to respond to that offer. Akhilesh Yadav has made his displeasure over the delay in seat sharing very, very public, echoing what several others have been doing as well, including the Uddhav Sena and Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress.
गठबंधन होगा और सीटों का भी बंटवारा अच्छा होगा। गठबंधन होगा और कोशिश होगी कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सफाया उत्तर प्रदेश से हो।
उत्तर प्रदेश का कार्यकर्ता इस चीज को कभी भी पसंद नहीं कर रहा है और इस चीज के कारण निश्चित रूप से पार्टी के जो हमारे सीनियर लीडरशिप है वो भी इस चीज से निराशा महसूस कर रही है। गठबंधन तो बंधन के अंदर के जो उसके धर्म होते, गठबंधन धर्म जो होता है उसके भी तो कुछ नियम है, तो उन नियमों का अगर मैं पालन ना करूं तो मैं दोषी मानू जाऊंगा। लेकिन अगर खुले रूप से दिख रहा है कि अगर समाजवादी पार्टी गठबंधन धर्म का पालन नहीं कर रही है, ऐसा मैसेज बन रहा है।
And if Bengal and Uttar Pradesh aren't bad enough, of course, the biggest nuclear sort of meltdown in the India alliance has been Nitish Kumar, who has shamelessly left the alliance and gone running back to the BJP. He was the architect, remember, the big papa, the big daddy, the patriarch of the India alliance, who's now in the enemy camp and is once again now with that enemy camp hitting out at the opposition bloc that he gave birth to. Nitish has now said that he was not in favor of the name India for the alliance and that he had urged the parties to choose another name. Nitish says he tried hard to get things moving, but till now the alliance has not finalized seat sharing formula. He's right about that at least.
हम तो नाम भी कह रहे थे कुछ दूसरा उन लोगों को, अब अपना कर दिया था। आप तो बोल दिए थे कि नाम ठीक नहीं है, तो अपना कर दिया, तो हम कहे ठीक है। अब बाद में हालत देख न लिए, हम तो कितना कोशिश कर रहे थे, एक काम करवे नहीं किया, एक काम नहीं कर रहा था। आज तक तय किया कि कौन पार्टी कितना लड़ेगी, कुछ नहीं। हम तो फिर छोड़ दिए कि भाई छोड़ो भाई, और छोड़ करके हम अपना आ गए। तो जिनके साथ हम पहले से थे उनके साथ आ गए, अब सब दिन हम इधरे रहेंगे। और हम आप सोच लीजिए, खाली बिहार के विकास के काम में लगे रहते हैं, लगे रहेंगे।
And in the middle of all of this, in the India alliance, India's #1 political strategist, Prashant Kishore, has slammed Rahul Gandhi over his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra and questioned the India alliance's priorities. He claims that the timing for the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra is wrong, as Lok Sabha polls are near. He further went on to say, and I quote, now he should be in the headquarters, but he's on the ground. And when he should be on the ground, he's stuck in his headquarters. This clip from an interview to Rajdeep Sardesai last night is going viral. Take a look at this highlight.
You know, many believe that
part of the problem also is Rahul Gandhi himself. He's gone on a Bharat Nyaya Yatra. Earlier Bharat Jodo Yatra, now a Bharat Nyaya Yatra. And many say that unless Rahul Gandhi in a way says, I am not the prime ministerial candidate, the BJP will make it again Modi versus Rahul in some way, and that will put the opposition into a trap. Do you agree with that, that it is necessary for the Congress to say that Rahul Gandhi isn't our prime ministerial candidate and throw up someone else, possibly a Mallikarjun Kharge?
I think it's not necessary. What is necessary is that Rahul Gandhi allows somebody else to run the Congress if he is not running the Congress. Because look at...
But he is running the Congress.
He's running the Congress, but he's not saying that he's running the Congress. That is the problem. Look at whoever is advising them. This could be the worst time for you to leave headquarters and go for a yatra. Yatra was to be done maybe 6 months, a year before, 2 years before. Now is the time when you should be meeting with your strategic allies. You need to raise resources. You need to finalize your candidates. You need to firefight on daily basis. When you are needed at headquarters, you are in field. When you were needed to be in field, then you were sitting in Delhi. I don't know who advises them. Just imagine you are losing a key ally in Bihar. Whether he's worth his name or not, that's a different thing, but he was a key ally. Rather than being on the ground sorting that issue out, somebody like Congress President Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, I read his statement. He said, I'm hearing the report, well, I will reach Delhi and then I will figure it out what has happened. When the deal is already done, he is, the next day by the time Kharge reaches, Mr. Kharge reaches Delhi, Nitish Kumar is swearing there as a BJP chief minister or NDA chief minister. So what I'm saying is, this is the strategic commonsensical thinking. You do not leave the commander of the army, you don't go to the field when you have to be on the headquarters.
Are you saying Rahul Gandhi should step aside, or are you saying that Rahul Gandhi should be clear that if you are going to be the commander, act like a commander,
yes,
not be on a yatra at a time like this, be at the headquarters managing?
You and I know that no decision will happen, when nothing important will move in Congress unless Rahul Gandhi approves it. And when you need that minute-to-minute involvement and his decision making, his opinion, he is in Manipur, Nagaland, he is in Yatra. I don't think this is the best use of his time. So what I'm saying is he has to be clear. It's not about whether he's a prime minister face or he's the campaign manager, he's running. I read your tweet only. If you are doing this yatra, a solo yatra, then this is the worst time to do a solo yatra. Then it should have been an India yatra. Exactly. It should not have been a Congress yatra. And if you are doing a Congress yatra, then forget about India.
Thanks for watching 5 Live. That's a wrap on today's show. But coming up next, 6 p.m. Prime with Akshita, big buzz over whether Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren is about to be arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. What happens if he's arrested? All that and much more from the ground with Akshita coming up next.
आप तो जानते ही हैं कि जब चुनाव का समय निकट होता है तब आमतौर पर पूर्ण बजट नहीं रखा जाता है। हम भी उसी परंपरा का निर्वाह करते हुए पूर्ण बजट नई सरकार बनने के बाद आपके समक्ष लेकर के आएंगे। जिनको आदतन हुड़दंग करने का स्वभाव बन गया है, जो आदतन लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों का चीरहरण करते हैं, ऐसे सभी माननीय सांसद आज जब आखिरी सत्र में मिल रहे हैं तब जरूर आत्मनिरीक्षण करेंगे कि 10 साल में उन्होंने जो किया। अपने संसदीय क्षेत्र में भी 100 लोगों को पूछ ले, किसी को याद नहीं होगा, किसी को नाम भी पता नहीं होगा जिन्होंने इतना हुड़दंग हो हल्ला किया होगा। ये बजट सत्र अवसर है, पश्चाताप का भी अवसर है। कुछ अच्छे फुटप्रिंट छोड़ने का भी अवसर है। तो मैं ऐसे सभी माननीय सांसदों से आग्रह करूंगा कि आप इस अवसर को जाने मत दीजिए, उत्तम से उत्तम परफॉर्म कीजिए, देश हित में उत्तम से उत्तम अपने विचारों का लाभ सदन को दें और देश को भी उत्साह और उमंग से भर दें।
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
हम तो नाम भी कह रहे थे कुछ दूसरा उन लोगों को, अब वो अपना कर दिया था। हम तो बोल दिए थे कि नाम ठीक नहीं है तो अपना कर दिया, तो हम कहे ठीक है। अब बाद में हालत देख न लिए, हम तो कितना कोशिश कर रहे थे, एक काम करवे नहीं किया, एक काम नहीं कर रहा था। आज तक तय किया कि कौन पार्टी कितना लड़ेगी कुछ नहीं, हम तो फिर छोड़ दिए कि भाई छोड़ो भाई, और छोड़ करके हम अपना आ गए। तो जिनके साथ हम पहले से थे उनके साथ आ गए, अब सब दिन हम इधरे रहेंगे। और हम आप सोच लीजिए, खाली बिहार के विकास के काम में लगे रहते, लगे रहेंगे।
सपा, बसपा, कांग्रेस या एक साथ लड़ें चाहे अलग अलग लड़ें, उत्तर प्रदेश की 80 की 80 लोकसभा सीटों पर भाजपा गठबंधन की जीत तय है। जनता ने फैसला कर लिया है। एक नारा बहुत दिन से मैं लगाता रहा हूं कि 100% वोटों में से 60% वोट हमारा है, 40% वोटों में बंटवारा है, बंटवारे में भी हमारा है। तीसरी बार प्रचंड बहुमत की मोदी सरकार बनाने के लिए जनता तैयार बैठी है।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 24 and minimum 10 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 29 and minimum 18 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 21 degrees. Chennai, maximum 31 and minimum 23 degrees.